Okay, we are live. Some of the comments are, why are you guys late? So we're not late as such. Just we always take 2-3 minutes after the day's play is over to come live. And then I was allowing Rahul here to wipe the sweat on his forehead that he was cleaning with the handkerchief. तो मैंने कहा कि ये पसीने तो इंडियन bowlers के छूट रहे हैं. Why are you wiping off the sweat from your forehead?
And what was my response?
Your response, I didn't let you finish. I said, no, let's go live. All our viewers are waiting. We
So
want
my,
to listen to
so
your
my
response live.
response to Nikhil's remark was no worries. Last time also when India went to Joburg, in fact, South Africa chasing a target of 241 were 124 for one, and they were eventually bowled out for 177. But we are also saying that
But
India is a more mature team now. The one that toured South Africa in 2018, of course, they lost that series 2-1. But we also have to see that maybe South Africans, especially Dean Elgar, who played a crucial knock that time also, I think 86 he got, he
yes.
would also be mature and he wouldn't want to finish second this time again.
Trubhuvan, Sharma ji, Bumrah and Shami are overrated bowlers. Sir, one session you are seeing and you are passing comments about these guys. If you ask any team in the world right now, any team in the world, that you want Jasprit Bumrah in their team, they will take. Even Australia, I'm talking about, which arguably has the best fast bowling lineup, sir. And so is Shami. What are you saying, sir? One session. We'll talk about in detail what they got right, what they got wrong. But one comment, though, I have to take Rahul Roshan here mentioning माजरत हो गई है आज. वो तो है सर. अभी अभी ऐसा हुई नहीं है. पूरा दिन आप देखें, the whole day you have to totality. There were good phases
but
also. Partnership.
But Nikhil, one monologue from you on Dean Elgar.
Monologue, yeah, and I love his spirit, yeah. I mean, such a gutsy batsman. I mean, if I'm part of a team and if I have a captain like that, that is going to inspire me a lot because we know he's a man of limited abilities. That's clear with his batting. He's not a fluent stroke maker. He's not the one who will hit you gorgeous drives or shots that you'll be in awe of. None of that. But boy, does he have a big heart. I think he's got a big heart, takes those blows. I was looking at that highlight. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching the live telecast saw the highlight from 2018 also. Got blows everywhere on his head, helmet, body, everywhere. Today also got those blow. In fact, Rahul, that one that he got here on his near his
Yes,
jaw,
yes.
he just sat
That
down, didn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and to get up and then start playing again, got hit on his hand, body. I mean, that guy will be in a ice tub tonight. I know that for a show with the number of bruises he would have got. He has to have an ice bath, and that's painful in itself. Will spend the entire night like that. And believe you me, no matter how, and aches and pain tend to get worse as the time passes. So tomorrow it will be worse. But that's how gutsy he is. He's going to come out and bat. So if I'm sitting in the South African dressing room, all I'll tell myself, if I'm the next batsman or the batsman after, all I'll have to tell myself that, listen, if my captain is putting his life on the line, I cannot give away my wicket. Yes, I could be out cheaply, I could score runs, but in terms of effort, commitment, I cannot be behind him. So that's how a leader must be. So, less. The more I say, that will be less in terms of praise for Dean Elgar. Outstanding, I'd have to say. What do you think?
that's right. In fact, I think hardly there was any body part where he wasn't struck, and
Yes.
we appreciated, acknowledged, we showered praises on Cheteshwar Pujara, on R. Ashwin, and Hanuma Vihari for the stoic resistance they showed in Sydney, the
Mm.
number of blows they took. Dean Elgar, I'm sure he's already taken more blows than all of them together.
Yeah.
It's remarkable the way he's been fighting, and what you said. If I'm there in that dressing room and Dean Elgar, the way he's been batting, I think he was not giving up. So
Yeah.
I would be a little relaxed. In fact, I saw a few visuals of Keshav Maharaj, who was, I suppose, he would have come next in case a wicket
Mm.
would have fallen. So he also seemed so relaxed that no, I don't think I'm
Yeah.
going in today.
Hmm. Sanchit Burman is asking me, Nikhil bhai, where is your coffee mug? Sir, itni late coffee I don't have, because if I have it at this late at the night, then I won't get any sleep, and I have to sleep well because I want to be up in time, finish all my chores, and hopefully be in office to see. I'm still saying an India victory, as much as a lot of people might find it hard to believe, but I'm still saying it. Atul Singh is saying heavy
Has there
roller
been any
tomorrow,
change?
game
Has there
over.
been any change in the percentage or the
Of course, change. Of course. See,
80 20? You
why
had
just
mentioned
me?
80 20
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
Now
yeah. No, see, why just me? Just like you have the predictor, in a lot of places, that also has to go up and down depending on how the team is performing. Now, I think it's very close. I'll say, 55-45 in India's favor, 55-45. So that's
mm,
how close I think it has become.
a lot of
Because
Indian fans would be very happy to hear that, I'm sure.
yeah. Yeah. No, I'll want your thoughts also before that. Atul Singh says heavy roller tomorrow, game over. No, sir, not quite. Yes, maybe initial half an hour and all will be good. The good thing that has happened is, yes, South Africa haven't lost a wicket, but not too many runs have come. In fact, over 115, 120 balls last. They had played. I'd seen more than 100 ball sort of a phase that came right before the end of play, where South Africa had not hit a single boundary. So so there was an extended period of time where they were just biding time on the pitch, so not too many runs have come. So still you're looking at 122 runs. That's more than 50% to go. We saw in that Centurion test match, India folded up after a great start, 49 for 7 wickets they lost. So never say never. Initial half hour may be good, after that it's going to be tough. So you don't know. The only criticism I had, for Jasprit Bumrah today, I think. Otherwise, he's always fantastic. I think today he was, just off his lengths a bit. I think, he was more interested in bowling short pitch. Maybe of all the barrage of short pitch deliveries that came his way while he was batting, that had some sort of a after effect. But I think once he sleeps down, all that adrenaline comes down. He sleeps well at night. Comes tomorrow, you will see a different Jasprit Bumrah, and he could be the game changer. But I'm still putting India slightly ahead to win this test match. Still 122 runs to get. Rahul?
Maybe 50 runs more, and your predictor might change again.
Of course.
That of
Yeah.
course will change. 122 runs. What should be South Africa's approach tomorrow morning? I think they now should approach this game as they should divide these 120 odd runs. 40 runs, 40 runs, and 40 runs. First target for them should be 40 runs. If I would be in their shoes, of course, that first hour tomorrow would be very important. Although there's a prediction, there's a forecast that it might rain tomorrow. By the way, so I wonder
Ah,
if it rains tonight, and if it rains tomorrow early morning. I wonder
mm,
if South Africa would be again interested to take that heavy role, uh,
mm,
because it might be counterproductive. So far, it has been good for the batting teams whenever they've taken that heavy role. But
mm,
tomorrow, just in case, I'm saying, in case it rains, it might be counterproductive to take a heavy
yeah.
role. A And secondly, approach. As I said, I would rather than taking this as a 122 run target, I would rather take it as a 40-run target. Knock off
Mm.
those 40 runs, and then your target then should be another 40 runs, and then go for the victory.
No, but that
As
is South
far as
Africa's
Yeah.
approach, na? You tell us India's approach. Yaar. We are more
Arey,
keen on what India should do.
you are in Ahmedabad. I am in somewhere
You're
in
in
South
Joburg?
Africa.
You're in Centurion?
Remember, you only that day you only explained how everybody, all the the our ancestry can be traced back to Africa.
Africa. Yes, absolutely.
So,
Mm.
Nikhil, by the way, let me tell you that Nikhil had established the other day that all of us,
No, 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 no,
the
no, not
entire
Nikhil.
human race.
Science has established, sir.
So, for
Science has.
me, the revelation came from you, Nikhil Nas. So,
Mm.
Nikhil has, I won't say established, but for me, it was a discovery, to be very, very honest, that the
Mm.
entire human race can be traced back to Africa. So,
Yes,
all you guys who are listening to us, we are all Africans.
that is true. Absolutely. We are ancestrally
Yes, yes.
African. So what you need to do is basically pick up a few books on genetics. I have about 10, 12. I'm a
Absolutely.
genes
No,
enthusiast.
I did read after you told me.
Oh,
I
you
did
did.
read. I in fact
Mm,
researched it. In
mm,
fact, mentioned it to a couple of my friends, and they also said,
mm,
"Yes,
mm.
didn't you know that?"
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"Oh, I think I
Right.
have some maybe a
No,
few
that's okay.
intellectuals around."
No, it's not a question. It's an interest that people have. Now, I have a lot of interest in gene science and a bit of interest in history. So when I'm not watching cricket for our family, then I'm reading a bit about genetics or history. So these are
Also for
two.
family, also for the family.
Also for family, yes, we come and share that knowledge as well. So yeah, so
Nikhil,
yeah, so uh,
your wife hasn't she pointed out in recently that earlier our family used to be a 3-member family, and now
yes,
suddenly we are a 55-member family. You
55
keep
night
saying
55,000.
5,000, sorry, 55,000 member family
55,000. No, no, no.
in a matter of 2 weeks.
She's happy that the family has increased so that I don't eat their brains during the day. So she's happy that I'm more busy with the 55,000 member family. So I'm there entire day, all these genetic science and the cricket gyan I'm giving there, and I
and
don't have to pile on, to them and give them all the gyan there. So they're very happy
and
that
also
I'm
research
spending that
on
day. Research on car
bikes.
continues. Car is another thing. I'm a bike enthusiast more than car, but because it's got something to do with the engine, so I enjoy that.
Bike you already have. You also have 2 cars, but then suddenly
Yeah, they are there, but they are not there.
things have
You
happened.
you could say that they are there, but I can't drive them for technical reasons, which we can discuss at length some other day. Now, coming to the question I'd asked you, you were giving all things, all ideas of what South Africa should do. They should break down their target, and that's how they'll get to. Are we want to know what India should do, na? We want India to win, yeah. Come on.
India need 8 good deliveries. That's it. India is
Mm,
just 8 deliveries away from winning this test match, and of course winning the series. Uh, you know, I in fact was about to point out before you mentioned that Jasprit Bumrah. Maybe you were right. Maybe that had something to do with what happened when he was batting. He came out all guns blazing. Perhaps was wanted to test the South African batsman, and Dean Elgar took those blows. He was ready to put his body on the line. Unlike a lot of other people, in fact, let me be a little more precise because Mr. Gavaskar, during
mm,
his commentary stint, mentioned this that Rishabh Pant should have seen how the other batsmen who
mm.
came out to bat before him took those body blows. He should have been ready
Exactly.
because he was struck. He was struck just a ball before, and suddenly he decided to move away from the line of the delivery and wanted to cut it or slash it or just smack it somewhere or the other uh, over the boundary ropes. So
Mm.
that's the application and approach. How much do you value your wicket? That's it.
True, true, true. That's what later, in terms of appealing, I think Mr. Gavaskar pointed out that because he played that shot, now it will be on his mind, and that is why maybe he was a bit down in terms of appealing. Though later I enjoyed his commentary from behind the stumps, which I usually do. He was chatting just the way he does. And Vander Dusen, ke, I don't know if you heard that. I don't know who said that. It wasn't Pant, but when Dean Elgar was batting, I'll never forget that Sledge. Somebody said, because the focus was not on the person who was saying, it was a long shot. Somebody said, and I don't know exact meaning of that, but he said, ये तो चवन प्राश कप्तान है, सिर्फ अपने लिए खेलता है, सिर्फ अपने लिए सेल्फिश है, ये वो something. My only question
Eh,
was, why
I
you?
didn't. I
Yeah, I heard that. So I was like, why are you saying it in Hindi? If you want to sledge him and you want him to understand, say it in English, na. But I think the phrase was such a Hindi phrase that I didn't know. I didn't understand the Chavan Prash Kaptan. I don't know
No,
what that meant.
even if he would have said this in English, Dean Elgar, I wonder if he knows
Uh,
what Chavan Prash is.
no, I said maybe some other phrase they could have used, that, oh, he's a selfish captain, or something like that, so that he understands that. but they were using these Hindi phrases and sledging him. The English phrases also, Van der Dussen, though, they sledged him a lot, and he was very uncomfortable in the beginning, struggling against Ashwin. But later,
I
you know,
I actually thought that Van der Dusen might just throw, or might be an easy wicket today, because
yeah,
he was also playing to rather, to just play out the day, and that
mm,
is when you are maybe you're vulnerable. That is when you
mm,
are vulnerable to get out, because he wasn't there. He wasn't scoring. He wasn't looking for those scoring opportunities. In fact, first few balls that he played, actually not ballooned, but took his inside edge, brushed his
mm.
pad, and just fell. I think leg slip, or uh,
Yes,
I think
yeah, but
forward short
Pujara
leg
was
or
a
something.
yeah, Pujara was standing a bit further away. I think if he was a bit closer, could
Yes.
have taken that catch as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Kamlesh Parmar says, you guys had dinner or not? Lots of love from Gujarat. Kamlesh ji is a regular viewer. I'll answer for Rahul. I'm sure he's had dinner, because usual our schedule is such
That
that between that tea break
exactly.
and the end of play, he finishes dinner. I haven't had my dinner because I'm at home today, so it just got delayed a bit, and so I'll have.
Nikhil has placed his order. It's on its way.
No, no. At home, I placed it with a home cook that we have. So I have some
Oh, you're
lovely.
a rich man.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
lovely.
Chicken and rice waiting for me after I
Ay,
finish.
hoy, 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 hoy. Vikram
Huh.
Talreja is saying, my money is on Ashwin, especially in the first half an hour after the heavy roller. Elgar took look uncomfortable in front of Ashwin.
I
Mm,
agree.
I think
Hmm.
the bounce makes it difficult
Yeah.
to play Ashwin now.
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
could
I
be
agree.
one thing.
I agree. I
But
agree.
would
Ashwin is
you?
looking threatening. He is looking threatening, and that's why I
But
say, the people were saying
uh
earlier, why are you playing that spinner? You always, pick team for both innings. I think he's going to be dangerous tomorrow as well. Yeah. What were you saying?
do you
Sorry.
think? Do you think he, because he says that in the first half an hour? Do you think he'll get to bowl in the first half an hour?
No, I doubt it. I doubt, because your fast bowlers would be rested. I'm sure you'll give them a run. The good thing that's happened after all the hue and cry we have created on sports today, Rahul. After your namesake Rahul got Shardul Thakur last, at least now he's the next change.
Ah,
After Bumrah, Shami, first bowler he
first
gets.
ball after tea, Shardul bowled that delivery.
Yeah,
Mayank, Mayank Agarwal.
Mayank Agarwal, what,
So
injured?
those, yeah, he went off the field.
Yeah,
He
he did.
was
He did. He did.
outside the field of play. Nitin Patel
Yeah,
came and saw what exactly was the issue. Of
but
course, we are not.
that's not something for us to worry for this test match, right? I mean, he's not going to play any role in terms of.
So for all those who are wondering, where would Hanuma Vihari fit in this 11 for the next test match? You never know.
If
But the
Virat comes
toss,
back, if Virat comes
if
back,
Virat comes back, if
then
and
it's
only
so
if,
somehow this Indian puzzle solves itself out. Now people keep
है
saying
ना,
we have
somebody
three
or the
special
other
bowlers.
gets injured.
Yeah, so it just solves itself out. Don't worry. So then what will happen? Pujara will be asked to open, and then that's how the batting order settles. And it is
No, you're
possible.
saying Mayank Agarwal. You're saying would you
If
rather have
if
Pujara to open, or Hanuma Vihari to open, or would you want a regular opener like Priyank Panchal?
if he's not fit, and if hypothetically,
Virat.
supposedly Virat is fit and he comes back, and hypothetically if Mayank is injured, then I would ask Cheteshwar to open, and then Vihari slots in that batting order, and Virat bats at number four, and then sorry, Virat is at number four. Then maybe ask Hanuma to bat at three. Maybe that is something you
No,
could do.
I was no. You're fine. I'm just opening up a debate. I'm just asking that why would you want Cheteshwar Pujara's place to be changed, or batting position to be
But
changed? Why not
because that
if Virat
is
comes in?
No, because that is what they've done in the past. So it's nothing unusual. It's happened. I think even in
No,
the
but Hanuma Vihari has also opened in the past.
Hanuma, yes, but that was a one-off, and I think at the moment he because Pujara has done it more often, he's more equipped. But yeah, it's not a deal breaker of sort. Even if you ask Vihari to open or Pujara, I don't think major issue. You could do either way. I mean, that's
Hopefully,
also fine.
Mayank Agarwal will be fit and everybody plays in that 11.
Hypothetically, we are discussing.
Hypothetically, this is only and only hypothetically, if Virat is is
Fit.
unavailable due to fitness issues. In case he's not available, the same lineup will play. I don't know. Nikhil might have some update on Virat Kohli. I think maybe today or tomorrow. What is your gut feeling? Will Virat be fine for the next test?
I think he
Because
should
see,
be fine.
Virat doesn't
He
see.
should be fine. Because if it's back
See.
spasms don't usually take too long to be an issue.
Exactly.
Either then, I'm saying either they are in such a bad space that can hinder his
Exactly.
a long-term career. If that
That
position, I don't know whether it's at that because we
you
haven't
know
heard.
the reason why I'm saying this is because obviously we all want Virat to be back for the Cape Town test, because
Uh,
Virat usually doesn't miss a test match.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and if he did miss a test match, it has to be a bad issue with his back. So
Hmm,
I'm just wondering how serious it could be, or how serious it is, whether he's going to continue. Because if he's going to miss the test match, next test match, in case,
hmm,
then I expect him to miss the ODI series also. But these are all assumptions. Hopefully he'll be fine, but still we can't
hmm.
say it for sure that he'll be back for the final test.
Okay, Vikas Belida, I think that's the correct pronunciation, asks a very valid question. Why Bumrah and Shami were ineffective in this test, especially Bumrah, needs answers from experts. He says, I pointed out in terms of, see, two things. One, they were also very unlucky. First innings, if you take a look at the bowling, I think they were very unlucky. There were so many close chances when they bowled in that first innings, but they were not the ones who got the dividends of that fine bowling. It's Shardul Thakur who came and got all those wickets. Also, what happens because they're such highly rated bowlers, you're a bit more careful
Hmm.
against them. What Shardul did, and I'm going to give credit to Shardul, what maybe this is something where Bumrah and Shami may have lacked, is Shardul said very candidly that he was looking for those cracks. He was just bowling there.
Spot.
So that spot he was targeting, he knew from there it will misbehave, so he got benefit of that. The other thing I've noticed, what Shardul is doing slightly different, is bowling cross seam. That again, in an uneven pitch, bowling cross seam makes it even tougher in terms of how the ball is going to bounce. So I think he's worked those conditions better, and that's why it's paying dividends. For Bumrah, the other reason that we mentioned in the second inning why he's not been successful, I mentioned earlier in the live as well. I think he's concentrating a little bit more on targeting the batsman and bowling that extra yard of pace rather than get wickets. So I think that may have been a sort of a residue from the time that he was batting and the way they were, bowling those balls at his body. And I think he just wants to give it back a certain extent. Maybe that adrenaline, sometime it happens, it works on us and it takes hold of our mind. Now that you'll rest, you'll go back to your hotel rooms, come back afresh, then you come back with a fresh attitude. Tomorrow might just be a different day and they look far more dangerous bowlers.
True, true. And in the when India were dismissed, or I think at tea, I was
Yeah,
discussing. In fact, I mentioned this point that it may not be a bad time for South Africa to bat and to chase also this target,
yeah,
because you know
yeah.
when they got to bat, it was less than a session. They had to bat less than a session today. They took a roll, heavy roll, and conditions. The pitch, at least pitch, which usually, at least what we've seen on this particular wicket, that after a point in time, it starts to misbehave. It has, there is up and down sort of a bounce. So when you
Mhm.
take a heavy roll, it gets even out. So they perhaps they may have they batted during that period of time with that even bounce. They negotiated that period, and then now tomorrow again they'll come back to bat, and they will again, hopefully, in case hopefully for South Africa, if they take that heavy roll again it could benefit them, at least for the first half an hour or 45 minutes.
Someone came up with a very funny comment saying, "Can they make Ajinkya Rahane the captain for tomorrow?" Sir, that cannot happen in the middle of a test match. However, you don't need to be the designated captain to help your younger colleague in. So I'm
Exactly.
sure he's chipping in with his ideas, and I'm sure Rahul also, knowing whatever little of him, I don't think he's going to
Yes,
be
yes.
very dictatorial in his thought. He will definitely go to a Rahane or other
I
senior,
will. I will.
isn't it? And take their
I will go
opinion.
to. I will be more than happy to consult somebody like Ajinkya Rahane, who's got a very good test record as a captain.
Mm.
Rahul's
Somebody asked,
captaincy, Ron Wesley saying, how would you rate KL Rahul's captaincy? See, in
hmm,
case, just in case, hypothetically, if India does lose this match,
hmm,
I'm sure knives would be out for KL Rahul also. People would question that
hmm,
last time in 2018 we won this test match defending 240 with a bowling attack that was less experienced than the one that you have today, and you and a batting lineup that South Africa does not possess anymore. Questions
hmm.
will be asked. I'm just asking you, how would you rate KL's captaincy?
See, true. I'm sure questions will be asked. Few things about that. First, I don't think he's been spot on, and we've criticized that in the first innings as well. You can go back and check our videos. We criticized the bowling changes that he did in the first innings, and but at the same time also said, remember, he is making his debut as a test captain, right? So you have to give him some sort of leeway. He cannot be spot on from the word go. Okay. Third, now there is no sample size to go back into history and say that, oh, he was such a great captain, so you made him a captain. In fact, that is why before this test match started, when the captain was announced and me and Rahul were chatting, I was of the opinion that no, maybe Rahane could have been a better option. I know KL is the vice captain, but because it's a one-off thing, you're not blooding someone for the future, and that's not the idea. It's just a one-off match. It's a crucial match. I would have probably given it to Rahane because he's been a proven performer in terms of his captaincy for India, and since he's already playing, so the question wasn't, will he be part of the playing 11 or not? Since he's playing, this is a very crucial match. You could have made him the captain. I don't think KL would have had any problem being a deputy for him. So that could have been the
Are you
option
sure?
as well. I don't think. I see. It's a one-off thing. You've already told KL that he's being blooded as the next captain. I'm sure. But if it's an important game, and let's say, even assuming, let's say he had a bit of a problem, what is it that you're there to win the series, right? If even minor things can make a difference, you want to win. You look at small little advantages to win, right? One fielder here, one fielder there, one catch taken, one catch not taken. These little things make a difference to the end of the result of the test match. So if I know that I have with me someone in the 11 who is a very capable captain, and it's a, the only reason you don't make him vice captain now because you're not sure of his spot in the playing 11, but now you know he's playing. It's a one-off game. Virat is going to be back sooner or later. I would have made him. I don't know. That was my opinion.
No, but I'm just wondering, why would KL Rahul want to believe? Why will he want to believe that I cannot lead this Indian team? I
I
cannot
don't know.
win a test for India as a
I
captain.
don't think he believes. I don't think anyone would like to believe that. Yeah, anyone would love the opportunity, would love to perform. But I'm saying the decision makers have to take that call, right? It's like saying, but tomorrow, let's say you decide someone is not scoring run, you decide to drop Rahane from the team, right? If you ask Rahane, should he play? He believes that the next big score is just around the corner. I will get it. But the decision is taken by someone else. And similarly, I'm sure
Fair
KL
enough.
believes, and he has all the
But
right to believe in himself, and that's how
but
it should be.
would you agree, Nikhil, that Virat is whatever we've seen of Virat, and of course, KL Rahul's captaincy career is still at a very nascent stage. Virat Kohli would have been far more aggressive.
He would have been, for example, I don't know, I would have had a short leg for fast bowlers as well. I know he employed it for Ravichandran Ashwin. Virat may have been that. I think Virat would have had a little bit more faith in Shardul Thakur in the first innings to have given him the ball. I know that, he does tend to go to him because he knows that he can get him those wickets. The fact that he ensured that he plays in the team, even though he mentioned that he's playing as an all-rounder, so he does have faith in him. So I think a few things he would have been different. But also remember, Virat's also taken time to get here where he is. He was also not spot on from the first test match that he captained, and maybe KL
True,
might
true, true.
take that much
Absolutely
time.
right.
Yeah. There's a super chat. Ajinkya Gupta says, how much important
He's
will
Ajinkya
the
Gupte.
Gupte, sorry, Ajinkya Gupte. How much
Could be Gupta also.
importance will be the approach in the first hour played tomorrow to decide the result of the match? Sir, it is a very
Mm,
cliched term. First hour is going to be very, very crucial. But I think don't judge the result of the match based on the first hour, or at least the first half an hour. Give it a little bit more time. I think after the first half hour, you will start seeing the pitch again playing a bit of tricks, and that's where things might, go in India's favor. So yeah, first half an hour, no, but the half hour after that, and then from there on, it's going to be very, very crucial. I would agree. But we'll also have to see the approach of South African batsmen. If they try and be aggressive and they get those quick fire 40 odd like they got in the first half hour in this innings when they started, that may become very crucial. So if they don't lose a wicket but don't get too many runs in that first half hour, then I think India's still in with a chance.
Kanak Agarwal believes in God and Lord. He says India will win. But Zabardast captain hai, not Chavanprash captain. Pradeep Srivalsan is saying, I think he's referring to that
Elgar.
comment that the Indian fielders made on
Dean Elgar.
Dean Elgar. Swing bowlers are more effective than seam bowlers on this pitch. Tribhuvan Sharma is saying. Swing bowlers, don't you think that swing bowlers would be more effective than seam bowlers on this wicket?
No, I mean, I don't think the ball is swinging that much. A majority of the wickets are either coming because of inconsistent bounce or that seam movement off the pitch. So I still think, if you can seam it, and just look at Shardul Thakur. I don't think he's swinging the ball as much as his wickets have come because he's been the most successful bowler. His wickets have come either by using cross seam and targeting that crack. So either because of the bounce. You saw, I think he got a hat trick against Markram today. I mean, if you look at those 3 deliveries that he bowled to him, finally got him in that third one. All of them because of bounce and that seam movement. So I think even now, and that's the length. So if you hit the right length and you get that seam movement, I think that is the trick. So even now, I think that is going to be a trick. Someone is asking,
Madhav,
what are the chances of rain tomorrow? I don't know.
I'll just have to check. Actually, my phone, the phone that I use,
Yeah.
I'm doing this video. In fact, this conversation, this chat that we are doing is on my phone. I'm doing it on my phone, so I can't access the app. But Madhav, weirdly gripping Indian is here also. Welcome, sir. Weirdly gripping is a very loyal. I don't know if I can call you a loyal viewer, but he is being very critical of us. I'm telling you.
Family member.
Madhav Garg is saying, since I think somebody asked a question, first session tomorrow, can it decide the fate of this test match? Madhav Garg is saying, you people are like, first session is important, then you come for the next chat, then you just, second session is very important, then you come for the third chat, this third session is very important. But actually,
So,
the
that
entire
is the
day,
beauty of Test cricket. That is the beauty of
exactly,
Test cricket, sir.
exactly. What are the
Someone
chances
saying
of
hi from
Achha,
Uttarakhand to
rain?
you. This someone
Sorry.
is saying hi from Uttarakhand. Must be your Uttarakhandi
Does he
brother.
have a name?
I'm just trying to find it. Just went up. Suddenly these chats go up. But I did see someone
Uh,
saying, sir, hi from Uttarakhand. Rahul, sir, hi from. Mm,
Nikhil, by the way, has
sir,
become a
Yogesh
more.
Singh. Rahul Rawat, love from Uttarakhand, he's saying. Yogesh Singh.
Are
There, I found your name.
Yogesh ji, thank you so very much. By the way, Nikhil is now uh, is is a more Uttarakhandi than me. See, he owns a house in Uttarakhand. I just have a small piece of land there. His wife is also from Uttarakhand, from Almora. So
Yeah.
he is a more Uttarakhandi than Rahul Rawat.
No,
But
no,
still,
you are an Uttarakhandi. I'm just a fake one. I mean, with association.
now, oh
I'm
no,
only
no, no,
Uttarakhandi by
no. You are an
association.
Indian first. Acha,
Of
Chandra.
course,
Now
born here.
everybody says, sending his or her love from all parts of the country. Somebody
From
says,
Uttar
"I from
Pradesh, sir.
Chhattisgarh."
I'm from Uttar Pradesh. Is my Janam Bhumi, Uttar Pradesh, and now my Karam Bhumi also. Since our office is in Uttar Pradesh, I stay in Uttar Pradesh, and I'm born also in Uttar Pradesh. So,
At least for the last couple of weeks, your Karam Bhumi is now this
no,
what Uttar Pradesh.
yeah,
Yeah, but
but
otherwise, your
my stay Bhumi is also like where I'm staying is also Uttar Pradesh, now where I'm staying.
no,
So,
no. But I'm saying, but earlier your Karma Bhumi, I thought for a few years at least was virtual, was MacBook maybe or some satellites.
for a few years before that, it was Mumbai, and then before that was Delhi, and so yeah, that keeps
Delhi.
changing. That keeps changing.
Nice. He's
That
a
keeps.
well-traveled man.
But my Janam
Ajinkya
Tithi cannot
Gupte
change.
says,
Na?
Nikhil sir,
He
I
is
am from
Janam Tithi.
Pune. Ajinkya Gupte is calling you uh, to his home. Nikhil sir, I am from
Ajinkya
Pune.
ji.
आप जब भी पुणे visit करते हो, you are
मैं
most welcome at
last
my
month,
home.
Ajinkya ji, last month I was there. I went to see my mother who stays in Pune and my friends. So last month I was there. Next time I'm around in Pune, I will definitely give you a shout. 100%.
Singh is saying, Singh, somebody by the name of Singh. He says
हाँ.
that रेड करा देगा ये राहुल ईडी की आपके यहाँ निखिल जी.
Exactly यार मैंने if you understand मैंने exactly यही कहा था इसको but he doesn't
So
listen.
basically, you have 3 houses, two
No, I don't own no houses,
two
none
big
of that.
cars and one super bike.
All of
And you,
that he is
I
saying
don't.
is false. I disown everything that he has said. I will take another question. Madhav Garg says, do you enjoy ESPN or Sports Today? So I enjoy both. Both are very
Hmm.
different platform. I have loved working for those. A lot of people are asking me about this backdrop that this was the ESPN backdrop. Yes, sir, it's the same, but it's from my house. This was a temporary background that I had gotten made because of Corona. Otherwise, I used to do it from their studios in Bombay, which is a beautiful studio they have, but because Corona came and cricket was on, we wanted to do it, so I made a virtual background which is in my residence, a small little studio that has been created. And so yes, it was used in ESPN and is now being used for Sports Today. I love both platforms. Both have their own advantages, disadvantages. It's fun. Yeah, you're talking cricket everywhere, so what should I say?
Absolutely. Oh, Nikhil sir has got a huge fan following. What are the chances of pain tomorrow? There is this one gentleman, Karan
Hmm.
S. He has been sending the same comment message again and again and again, but in every comment, I'm sure he's saying that what are the chances of rain tomorrow, but in every comment he is writing it as pain tomorrow.
Don't say that
So till
unless
the
it
time, Mr.
prophetical and it comes out to be the truth and it does
Oh,
become pain tomorrow. I don't know.
hmm.
This is a question
Hmm.
I want to answer. Someone has said, and I don't know how he knows that, but someone asked a question. Arindam, Nikhil bhai, why have you stopped playing football? Are Arindam, I have stopped playing football because of Corona. I love to play football. So I'll be back soon as the Corona
But
restrictions are. Hmm.
but it would be safer to play football than cricket.
Same now. I mean, I think cricket may be safer because there's no, close contact if
No,
you're
but you
batting.
still have to grab the ball. You still have to,
Ah,
as in the
yeah.
leather ball.
Yeah, in
So,
football,
but
you have a lot of body contact, and you're very close to the players. So even football is dangerous. So they're not allowing right now. Those public parks that we used to play, the football grounds and all.
but I
They're not.
heard you told me that you've been avoiding football because of some injury.
Yes, no, no. That injury is healed. Now I broke my wrist, the bone on my wrist, while playing football. I've dislocated my shoulder playing football. So that's okay, but still, love for football should be there. I hope you play football, Rahul Rawat, because if you don't, you will be even the half Uttarakhandi that you are, you will be disowned because it is the number one sport in Uttarakhand. I haven't come
नहीं
across
नहीं.
a Uttarakhandi who doesn't play football. I'm
No, no,
saying
no,
that.
no. I used to play. I used to play football.
Yes.
In fact, I was in my school team, and we used to play
See?
these inter-school zonals also. So
Yeah.
I think we made it to the finals also in one of the tournaments. So I was. I think I started as a forward striker. I know it would come as a huge surprise. The next match, they pushed me to defend. Third match, imagine. Third match, they pushed me further back to the goalpost. I was made the goalkeeper. And in the fourth match, I was nowhere in the team. I was
Uh,
out of the team. But still, I see, even whatever said and done, I was still part of my school team at that
uh,
time.
no, that's good. So I'll bring you. I call you next time we play. Someone is saying again. I have answered this many times. Kuldeep Chandola ji is saying, guys, Hindi mein baat karo, English mein nahi. Sir, this is an English platform. Hindi ke liye, we have a Hindi platform called Sports Tak, which is very popular. A lot of you subscribe to it,
Uh,
and they do equally fun chat and analytical chat. So please go to Sports Tak. You will get conversation in Hindi. Sports Today is an English platform, and I explained this earlier. In our country, a lot of people don't speak or understand Hindi, and I'm talking about India only. So there are a lot of viewers who used to keep writing to us that do in English also. They understand in English. Also, a lot
You know,
of our friends from abroad, from Bangladesh, from Nepal, a lot of people join us who can understand English slightly better, and then a lot of
you know.
NRIs from abroad. Huh?
Mhm. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's surely. But Nikhil, I'll tell you, when you say that a lot of people do not speak and understand English, I think a lot of people understand English.
Yeah.
Speaking might be an issue. I think majority of the people would understand this language. The
Mm.
only issue I'll tell you is when you are speaking in English, when you are doing a show in English, it is
Mm.
considered to be a very serious sort of a business. And Hindi, the kind of language it is, it seems far more engaging, and a lot of other issues. But
Yeah.
sports today is, I think we are here to maybe break that myth, and we are trying to establish the fact that while doing shows in English, it can be
Mm.
fun, it can be entertainment, and as engaging as it would be in any other language. Am I right?
Yes,
Or would you want to
absolutely.
quote MS Dhoni here?
Yes, to quote Mahendra Singh Dhoni, nothing more to add.
So this is why this channel exists, and it will surely grow with all your help and support.
Ajinkya,
I
like Ajinkya
agree.
supporters. Ajinkya Gupta says, I daily start my day
Ha!
by watching Sports Tuck and Sports Today. So see,
There is
someone is asking,
somebody.
Rahul, are you single? Please answer that, yeah.
And the next line says that, will you be my son-in-law?
This is the first. A live Rishta has come to you during our live
No,
program. Or has
there
it
there
come
have
before?
been a few
Ah, but first
before
time on
also.
Sports Today. There's always a first. So at
Uh,
least. See, Kuldeep is saying no issues. I answered it. I can understand English. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kuldeep. It's just
I exactly
and by the way, sport has no language. We talk sport here. So I mean, the
exactly
language may be
exactly.
different, but at the end of the day, we're talking sport every single day. Yeah. So come join us
For the
and
last few days,
family.
Nikhil, you've done so much of heavy roller and light roller. Majority of the people here now, they know the dynamics of, or the use and purpose, and what happens when you use a heavy roller. Everybody is, so you've educated a lot of people, and this is actually, I'm being very honest.
No, but that's why. So see, Rahul, I'll tell you what. It's not that we knew these things. I got to travel the world covering cricket. I also
Yes,
came as a youngster. And when
you
you travel, you learn. And if you're not going to share that knowledge with other fellow cricket
you know
fans, then
Nikhil,
what's the use?
Nikhil, I have an idea. There are a lot of things, people understand the sport, people understand the sport of cricket, but there are a few things that
Mm.
we usually say. For example, a commentator is saying, the ball started to reverse, and he'll be very effective. We should do some short videos. What is reverse swing, for that matter?
Yeah,
How does
yeah.
it? How do the use of these? For example, we've explained it a number of times. Heavy roller, light roller. There are a
Yeah,
lot of things
yeah.
that still a lot of people may not know
Seam
or
versus
may be
swing.
aware of.
Seam
Yes,
versus swing.
yes,
Uh,
yes,
Also, spin versus turn. People
right.
sometimes use that in the same way, but it's
True,
different. So yeah, a
true,
lot of things.
true.
I think it's a very
Yeah,
interesting thing. Let's make more
and,
videos.
and yes, and it will be very interesting. And if we can get, of course, we can't travel or speak to the cricketers. We also know, but I think it would be better if you can show some. I know it is. It would sound a little as if I'm exaggerating my own or our own this thing that वो बोलते थे ना क्या, मास्टर क्लास खुद
Masterclass.
करके दिखाना कि what exactly is reverse swing. अब दिखाना पड़ेगा ना. So
नहीं,
maybe ball
यार ये नॉलेज किसी की जागीर थोड़ी है कि जो मतलब अ, अंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट खेला है उसी को पता है. आई एम सेइंग इफ यू प्लेड क्रिकेट एनीवेयर
yes,
that is not to say that people cannot reverse swing in club matches. They can. It's not
yes,
that you don't spin the ball in club matches. If you played enough
exactly.
I'm sure there are lots of people who join us who must be playing decent amount of cricket. Yeah? They may not go and play for India or may not play Ranji Trophy. But
Hmm.
they play cricket day in and
Exactly.
day out.
And
They know everything.
absolutely, and trust me, it'll be very useful for a lot of people.
Mm,
It only allows people to understand the game and the sport better
absolutely, I
if we
completely
can
agree.
do
We
this.
should do that. We should do that. But that, there, because you've been saying about idea, this is one comment again that's come by Vansh Jain. He's saying, please make that video about Tokyo Olympics. Yeah, make that one video. Maybe when if the test match gets over early, and nothing about the athlete, but just how was it to cover an Olympics. You could just tell our viewers. Again, we've got
No,
that.
that too you can also tell people.
No, but
Nikhil has
maybe
also covered
I'll do it. I'll do it. But the thing is, Tokyo would have been a very different experience because it was COVID
yes,
time. So
yes,
that I think what I will say about covering Rio will be quite similar to London Olympics or Beijing Olympics, quite the same. But I think what you would have gone through in Tokyo is a very different experience. I think nobody else who's covered any Olympic can relate to that. That
right,
is the difference, I think.
true.
MKD saying South Africa winning this. No, sir, not so fast. I'm still saying 55-45, 55 in favor of India. Rahul, please give your percentage. Yeah. You keep asking me to give
50-50.
50-50.
50-50 or maybe 51-49 in India's favor at the moment. But it
Mm-hmm.
might just change quickly in an hour or so tomorrow.
Okay. I think now I've got
Because
a comment which sorry, go ahead, finish that.
yeah, please
No,
go ahead.
that is a comment that is giving us an indication to end the session. Arindam, thank you so much. Yes, I realize. I mean, we played football together, so I've seen your comment. But the comment which is going to end the discussion, I've missed that. But it was effectively saying that, guys, you guys are hampering my studies because the discussion is so addictive that I'm stuck on this and I'm not being able to study. So that was a cue to us.
That's
That,
I'll take it as a compliment. But
yes, it
please,
is.
yeah, do not compromise on your studies.
Yes.
Biswadeep ji, thank you so very much. We'll take it as a compliment and sports today par he and love from Gujarat. A lot of comments. We try and take as many comments as possible. कितने हम दिन के around 100, 150, 200 comments so we must
Yep.
have taken or we usually take every day.
Absolutely. Huh.
Uh,
Absolutely.
once Nikhil is back, once Nikhil is back in the office, hopefully in next couple of days,
Yeah.
maybe he'll be here to celebrate India's victory or whatever the result would be. We'll
Mm.
try and generate a lot of new content and interesting content and question answer sessions also, which would be dedicated only
Mm.
and only to the questions from the viewers, or as
Yeah,
Nikhil
we'll do
always
that.
says,
I've done
from the
that earlier as
members of
well.
this
We,
family.
we members of them. We'll do that. On that note, we'll sign off. It's been a long night, hoping for a very exciting day of cricket. And as usual, we'll
Yes,
join you
that
half an hour before the play
mhm.
starts. Isn't it?
And that dead chicken is waiting for Nikhil.
Yes, it is. It is.
Chicken and rice. Enjoy your
Vikas
meal.
Dekha, love from Assam. He says again. Now
Hi,
Rahul
hi,
will say
hi,
I have
hi.
connections about everywhere. I've stayed in Assam too for a few years.
Uh,
So
yeah,
love.
I,
I love
I,
the food.
I never got an opportunity to travel to Assam because even though my father was there for a couple of
Oh,
years, more than a couple of years, he was with the intelligence. But that is one place I really, really wanted to visit. In fact, I want to explore the entire Northeast.
I've stayed a lot in Northeast. Stayed in
Hmm,
Assam, in different places in Assam. There's a place called Silchar. I stayed there. A place called
right.
Ramgia, Nalbari. Stayed there. I've stayed in Mizoram in Aizawl for a couple of years.
Oh,
Then I've stayed in Arunachal near the Tanga Valley for a few months, very close to the China
see you,
border.
Nitsada. Mhm.
So yeah, many places in Northeast. It's a beautiful place. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful
Wow.
people, lovely place, great food, and sports lovers. The
Yes,
most important thing.
right. No,
Mm.
that's true. In fact, and I've been fortunate to visit a lot of places in the country because of our sports assignments, cricket
Yeah.
assignments. Uh, but
Mm.
unlike you, I haven't traveled much for leisure. To be very honest,
Yeah.
Whatever little time I would get, I would travel some nearby places to the
Mm.
city. Kashmir, in fact, January 2020, that was the first time I wanted to go to Kashmir, and I went to Kashmir, and as it happened, 2020 start of the year, went to Kashmir. When I came back, the country was, it was
Oh,
all COVID everywhere. So at least I had got an opportunity to tick one box, or
that's good. That's a beautiful place. The valley is beautiful.
Srinagar.
Absolutely beautiful.
In winters, Gulmarg, imagine. Oh, ho,
Oh,
ho,
good.
ho.
I went in summers, but yeah, it was beautiful. It was
but
absolutely
but
beautiful.
when I went there, a lot of people, in fact, the locals over there told me that you should be here in summers.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's so beautiful. Then you can see the greenery, the flowers, and everything. The valley looks
Exactly. I think
beautiful.
the word Gulmarg has been derived. I don't know the exact
Yeah,
meaning. I think
yeah.
Gulmarg, it's
Gul
means that
gul is flowers, right? If
Gul
I'm
is
not
full
wrong.
flowers. Yes, yes, yes.
So
That's
that
right.
is where it must
Because
have
a
come.
lot of people, in fact, they say that Switzerland also, if you want to visit, we a lot of people visit Switzerland in winters. But
Hmm.
if you ask them, they would say, visit Switzerland in summers.
Hmm. Yeah, correct,
So,
correct. So yeah, looks beautiful then.
so where
Someone
are
said
you headed to
Kashmiri
now?
Gate. Huh?
Huh?
Someone said
Someone
Kashmiri
is saying.
Gate. Kashmiri Gate is in Delhi, sir. We are talking about the real Kashmir.
And you won't believe, Nikhil, it's been so many years since I've been living in this city, in Delhi, Noida, NCR, whatever matlab, in the vicinity. I haven't seen Taj Mahal. I haven't seen Qutub Minar. I haven't seen Red Fort. And are there any other?
Yeah. If you're going to be using your luxury cab to come every day, then you will only see Gurgaon and Noida. That is all that you will see. If you want to
No,
see
but
all
that's
these
only.
places,
No,
then
no,
then
but that's been for कितना 2 साल से तो हुआ है वो 2-3 साल से ही हुआ होगा एंड अर्ली पहले
no,
अब तो
before
मेरे
that
पास
it's your
गाड़ी नहीं
fault
है ना
that you didn't go.
अब
So
तो आई
then,
डोंट हैव अ कार पहले
which
तो
one
ये
are you
होता था कि
getting?
गाड़ी तो थी सॉरी
Which one are you getting now? Creta
नो
or
यू
or
आर
the or the count?
कंफ्यूजिंग you you've done enough to
Okay,
confuse me
let's tell our viewers to give a suggestion. Yeah, Rahul has been looking for a car for very
people
long.
already know that I have a people already know that I have a yellow BMW.
Oh my God! So, but you're
They
upgrading from.
already know.
Ah,
नो
okay.
वही बोल रहा हूँ ना अब तो मेरे पास गाड़ी ही नहीं है आई जस्ट हैव आई एम लेफ्ट विद जस्ट वन कार वो अब ये है कि फॉर द पर्सन आई आई ट्रैवल विद
Huh.
it's below his stature to travel in a you know so
Yeah.
I might have to buy a new one soon and but there's a problem that what is that chip
Chip.
so that is
No, but
yeah
see,
so majority of the cars there's too much
chip
waiting.
problem will stay. You will have to book it at some point now. But whenever the chip problem will stay, so that is not going to go away so soon. At least not for the next 1 year, unless you're going to wait for that long. So
So I was planning to buy a good decent car. So Nikhil advised me that it's a waste of money to spend so
no, no,
much
it's not. I
on
myself
a
will be
car.
buying a car, so I can't say that don't
Uh,
buy. So
no,
you
but
should, yeah.
no, you said that you shouldn't spend so much money on a car. At the end of the day, it's a
No,
luxury,
but
not
it's
necessity.
I agree, but no, it's a necessity now because how do you commute, and especially in Corona, cabs aren't safe. So you should,
No, necessity.
but
Car in the
also
sense expensive.
but see, it's a
Both.
question of liking, na. For example, uh, like I love superbike, so I got a superbike. For many people, it's a waste of money. Why have you put it in that? Well, why do you need it, right? For leisure, you don't need it. I agree. Similarly, for some people, car and the quality of car or spending on car is priority. It's
Yes.
again to each his own. Some people like to eat sprungly, whatever chocolate, right? Some can eat Cadbury's and feel happy. So
Yes.
it's a question of what you want to spend on. Nothing is right or nothing is wrong. You just end up doing what you. So you have to decide for yourself what works best for you.
I just want a
Stop
car
listening
that
to me
somebody can
or
book a car
anybody
for
else.
me and can somebody has to book a car for me and has to ensure that I get the delivery as soon as possible. I've already booked a car, but now I
Yeah.
have put it on hold. And now, after consulting and taking your suggestions and advice, I've changed my mind and have might just go for another new car. Huh? Maybe.
Nice, nice. Go for anyone that you like. Go for
So
anyone that you like. Huh. Satyam is
tomorrow.
saying, are you buying a car or you getting married that you're thinking so much about it? It's a quick decision. Huh?
Oh, ये हुई ना सत्यम. हाय
Huh.
हाय, ये ठीक कहा यार. You're absolutely right. You
Correct.
are right.
Just a joke he adds at the end.
So when do you get your report?
Tomorrow morning he's told me I should get my report. So
I'm I'm so happy and feeling so proud to see your confidence. Tomorrow morning he's saying he's gonna give me
because I
report.
know I'm negative for corona.
Like today,
So
actually, you're looking better. Your voice is better, and I
yeah,
haven't seen you
I
coughing
told
for
you
the
it was that
for the
regular
entire.
cold and cough. That's what I said. It's regular. It takes about a week to go away. I could have
See,
very well
5 days.
come to office. I could
Yes.
have very well come to office, but then in office I understand protocols. They said don't come if you have any mild symptoms that are showing, because it's not safe. What if by chance you have COVID, then you'll come and spread it. So don't come.
And
But
it's
I
better
was
for you also, if you're, because you're in case, see, some you get in touch, or not get in touch, but if you have somebody who's infected, in your surroundings, and your immunity level would also be low at that point in time,
yeah,
then
that's true.
it's actually better for you that you took a couple of days off, not off in the sense off from office and working from home. So it's
Hmm.
better for you also.
Hmm. Someone say Nikhil is negative. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment too.
No,
At the moment,
he,
at the moment, it is.
yes. Oh, ha.
Otherwise, not so. Chale ji, shall we wrap up?
Chale ji. Yes,
Hmm.
tomorrow 1 p.m.
Kal mulaqat
Hopefully
hogi.
with the news that it's not raining,
Hmm.
and rest we'll get to know.
Hmm. And which car Chirag is asking? तो जब once you are decided ना, please एक दिन chat में बता देना. So he knows that as well. Hmm.
हाँ,
बता देना ना. He's asking Chirag कि which car
चलो
eventually
बता
Rahul.
देंगे.
है ना, बता देना जब भी
ठीक
decide
है
करो.
सर, बता देंगे, बता देंगे. कल
Kamlesh ji,
मिलेंगे आप
thank you
सबसे tomorrow.
for your love from Gujarat,
Kamlesh ji
Kamlesh.
from Gujarat. See, we
Yes.
already know our some lot of viewers. Kamlesh, Dhanush. Okay, how
Hmm.
many do you remember?
Dhanush, Kamlesh, Harry Fantastico.
Harry
Uh,
Fantastico.
he's always there commenting.
Green
And
room. Green room. The gentleman who was ready, who's
yes,
ready to, you know, who was asking my marital status,
yes,
and was ready to even
yeah.
have me as
Sanskar
his
Saxena,
son-in-law.
Sanskar
Sanskar
also.
Saxena.
Yes.
And Ajinkya
Parvez,
Gupte, Mayank Agarwal. How
Mayank
can we
Agarwal,
forget
Sarvesh.
Mayank Agarwal? Mayank, we are praying for your, hopefully you'll be fit tomorrow.
Uh,
And he takes time out after every session,
Christian.
every break, he's there watching us on Sports Today.
Yes.
Doesn't forget to, just that he has to ensure that next time he's there, Mayank also has to ensure that he sends us some super chats.
Ha. Correct.
And Mayank, if he's in South Africa, he can easily send in what is their local currency? Rands.
Rand. Rand. Yes.
Yes, he's a rich man.
I know.
Anyways, Nikhil,
ठीक
let's
है जी.
call it a day.
कल 1
See you.
बजे.
Good night. Take
Bye to
care.
the
Hopefully,
family.
you'll give us some good news tomorrow and
Yes,
a negative news tomorrow. Bye
I
bye.
will. See you.